driving home from work. I work nights on an Air Force base, and stopped by McDonald's to treat myself after my PT test. I had to drive extremely far from my home to find an open McDonald's at 0214, which is 2:14 a.m. And when I finally found one, I was 30 minutes away from home. After getting my food, I started driving home. The entire way home, I felt an extreme existential dread, like something was off about the road I was on, and I felt like I was alone and would never see my wife again. I was on a stretch of highway with trees on both sides and 0 cars passing. After about 10 minutes of driving with no other cars, I saw a stoplight. The light was green, but there was a deer standing under the light. It had been raining, and the puddle under the deer made it look like its legs had another joint where its feet should be, and that it was around a foot taller than it should have been. When I drove up on it, I realized it wasn't the reflection, and that was just how it was. I went to drive around it, and as soon as my front bumper got past the deer, my radio, that had previously been playing music, blasted static at max volume. I turned the radio off and floored it. When I turned around, the deer that had been previously facing to the right was facing my car and was staring at it. I went 20 over the speed limit on the way home, cut through privatized housing, and sped all over the speed bumps in my complex to get inside. By far the scariest thing that's happened to me. But I'm not too scared anymore, considering I haven't heard of skinwalkers following people home. Okay, so before I start this, I would like to say, no, I'm not Native American. My stepmom, who I'm very close with, is. So, I live in the middle of nowhere. My neighbors are campers, and it's a dirt road. My friend and I took the car to a pull-off farther up the road by this huge farm. We're parked there for about an hour and a half, and then we start to feel paranoid, so we decided to go home. I'm driving. Everything is cool. We're listening to music, nothing abnormal. Then I round the bend, passing the farm, and it's a big hill, so you need momentum to make it up. She's in the passenger seat, and she goes,
"There's something in the road."
But I thought she said a car crossed the road, so I kept on going, building speed for the hill. Then I see this flashing light ahead of us, and she yells,
"There's something in the road."
And I hear her, but I'm not slowing down. In my head, I guess I was thinking that if it was an animal, that I could power past it or the engine would scare it away. But as I'm coming up to the thing, it's not a car, and I can't really tell you what it was. It didn't move at all and wasn't scared by my speed. Originally, it looked like a dark kind of mass, kind of like a black bear standing up. Then when I sped past it, it looked like a girl holding a gun and just staring at the car. I sped up, and my friend told me she thought it was a skinwalker, but I told her no, and that it was a lady with a gun. Then we tried to think it might have been a lady on a bike, but it's 11 o'clock at night. Why would someone be biking on a dirt road? Then we get back to my house and haul ass inside. I break down and tell my dad what happened, and he tells us it's probably just my neighbor's methed out girlfriend. We then start hearing engines, like going back and forth at the bottom of my driveway. So we've closed all the windows, doors, and curtains. What do you think it was? If it was a skinwalker, what do I do? Edit. I'm gonna try to better describe what I saw that night. Originally, it looked like a dark mass. I thought it was a black bear. But then as we got closer, it stood taller than the car, which is a 2002 GMC Envoy. And it looked like a shitty kid's drawing of a person, way too pale, way too lanky, and I looked it in the face. I can't remember its face, but I can't forget looking at it. And now, it's 2 days after, and I feel watched. I feel really antsy when I'm alone. And I'm wearing a bracelet with the saints on it that was blessed on the reservation. Also, when I woke up this morning, my whole body hurt. I didn't sleep abnormally or anything. Maybe I'm getting my ass beat in my sleep? Update from the friend.
I was the friend in the car 16 days ago. In the past 16 days, I've gotten sick, I've thought about ending my life multiple times, and have had numerous nights with only 2 to 4 hours of sleep. I've woken up with bruises and feeling sore and tired. I'm constantly paranoid. I'm always on edge. At night, I refuse to leave my room unless someone is with me. Whenever me and my friends are together, we're on edge. Really bad. I always feel like there's someone watching me. At night, it feels like something is sitting on my chest, even if I'm sitting or standing. 3 nights ago, I heard a dog howl. It sounded like someone messed around on a computer and made some noise they thought sounded like a hound's howl. The only neighbors I have live across the street, and they have a little tiny dog that absolutely couldn't make that sound. I didn't look out my window though. As mentioned before, I'm so down in the dumps, which isn't me, especially in the summer. I don't want to do anything. I'm irritable. I don't want to be around anyone. I don't want to keep living like this.